Hello everybody, Serapis here, and I am finally coming out with that Greninja moveset I talked to you guys about a while ago. I'm going to be doing the same thing with this video that I did with the last video. If this can get 4 likes by noon tomorrow, you will be getting that regular Garchomp moveset, because I already did a Mega Garchomp moveset. If this does not get 4 likes by noon tomorrow, then I'm just going to do the Garchomp moveset whenever. So, as you can see, I don't actually have anything filled in for Greninja, and I'm doing this because there are many different ways to run Greninja. The first I'm going to start off with is I'm going to assume you want to run a special Greninja. We'll move on to physical later. So for the special, and also for the physical, you really have 2 item choices. The first is the Life Orb. So Life Orb sets are similar to the other type of set you can run, which is the Focus Sash set. Now the Focus Sash, which is what I actually really prefer, you definitely want to have Protect to stop Fake Out and to preserve the Sash when at all possible. Since this is going to be a special set, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run Scald, and usually you want Scald, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam. So this is your standard, extremely standard. Here are the EVs. Ridiculous. Actually, I'd take that 4 out just so you get the odd HP perk. It's always good when you're facing a Tyranitar or something that you take minimal damage. So this is an extremely standard set right here. Scald can also be replaced for Hydro Pump. You lose some accuracy, you lose the chance to burn, but you gain some power. And I have actually seen some people running Hydro Cannon. Now in VGC this can kind of work, because if you're Ice Beaming and Dark Pulsing, and especially on a Sash set, let's say you start off with an Ice Beam, you take a hit and you're down to your Focus Sash, you could use Hydro Cannon, and then since you're being knocked out that turn anyway, you don't care about the recharge. So Hydro Cannon is an option, but that really depends on what your team is doing. Let's go back to Scald. Greninja makes an epic lead, so instead of Protect or something like that, I'd advise having Protect, but if you want to, you can substitute something for U-turn. It gives you a fast U-turn that allows you to get some damage off and save yourself if you wind up with a bad switch. But this is an extremely standard special move set. If you decide you don't want to run Focus Sash and you want to run Life Orb instead, it really doesn't change much of anything. I prefer Focus Sash just because, unless the opponent has priority, Focus Sash doubles your attack instead of Life Orb is 1.3 times. Life Orb, you usually get off a more powerful attack, but then you go down, but with Focus Sash, you get off 2 attacks, and you are able to do double damage because of that. Also, just a note, if you're running the Focus Sash, watch out for Mega Kangaskhan. It ignores the Focus Sash because of that second hit, so you really do have to be careful of that. Now, let's go on to something a little bit more outlandish. That would be physical Greninja. Once again, I advise the Focus Sash, but if you want to run Life Orb, if that's what you're doing, then that is totally fine. This is more of a thing, or it was more of a thing in singles. I mean, the Life Orb was more of a thing in singles because you don't need a Sash quite as much as in singles as you do doubles. Now, where's that Jolly Nature? There's the Jolly Nature you want. Okay. Greninja gets Rock Slide. So that is a great physically offensive move because of Protein. Who cares about Stab? I really haven't looked into this all that much, but Bounce doesn't seem all that great of an option. Facade, no, not really. Night Slash gives you that dark type coverage, which is always nice to have. I have seen Shadow Sneak Greninja, just not recently. So Shadow Sneak is an option too, and I think Waterfall. So we're looking at about the same sort of thing. Once again, you can substitute Rock Slide for U-turn I was talking about to give you switching initiative. This time it'll actually do more damage, but yeah, pretty standard. Now, time to get into the more fun stuff. Water Shuriken. Let's bring it up to the top. Oh, it gets Water Spout? Oh, no, that's Water. Water Spout, that's Water Sport. Nobody cares about Water Sport. Water Spout would be awesome. I knew Greninja didn't get that. Water Shuriken. The first thing you notice is it gets Water type, so it gets Stab, of course, with Protein. That doesn't matter all too much, but it still has that solid Water typing. The next thing you notice is the atrocious base 15 power, but then you notice the fact that it's multi-hit. Now that means it's hitting for a minimum, because it has 100% accuracy, of 30 base power. Most likely it's hitting for 45 base power, and it also has the potential to hit for 60 base power and 75 base power. Overall, a pretty mediocre move, except it has +1 priority. So the +1 priority is what we're really looking at here. This can be used against Talonflame, and it makes a great Talonflame counter, especially when you're running the Focus Sash, because you can hit first. Now, I did the calc with 252 attack. It does, like, I think about 80% to Talonflame. So if you have any other sort of priority that is faster than Talonflame's Brave Bird, or if you have, say, Intimidate support, not Intimidate, if you have Fake Out support, it's an option. Problem is, if you're running the Sash, you might as well just run Waterfall, because you can take the hit and then return KO, but Water Shuriken is still a really interesting move. It seems mediocre at first, but that +1 priority could allow you to do some pretty cool things. So, I don't know. I don't think I would actually run Water Shuriken, but there's got to be somewhere that this comes in really, really handy. I just do not know what. Also, let's go back to that special Greninja. Switching natures again. Back to timid. Defense, yep. What I like to do is I like to run my Water Pledge, and this is my Greninja because you can see, you've seen this in the video. Then Ice Beam, because Ice Beam hits more things than Dark Pulse does. And I run Taunt. Now, if you were going to run a set like this, you'd probably want to go and change this out for Scald, just to be able to get the burns, or Hydro Pump just for the extra damage. But Taunt Greninja. Why do you want to run Taunt Greninja? Well, Greninja is exceptionally fast at at 191 speed with base 122. And Taunt Greninja is really unexpected. It completely shuts down Smeargle, and it can harm Zapdos and, let's see, what's the other one? Zapdos. Who else spams T-Wave? Ah, yeah, Gyarados. Normally, I taunt Gyarados just because most all Gyarados are going to either Thunder Wave something or they're going to Dragon Dance, and I don't want either of those. So Taunt comes in very, very handy. It's also good for the occasional Amoonguss or a Venusaur that's going to Sleep Powder something, so Taunt has a bunch of uses. I like Taunt. You do sacrifice the Psychic-type coverage that Dark Pulse gives you. You also sacrifice the Ghost coverage, but with Ghost, and this is a neat little trick with Greninja, it only really works with, say, Shadow Sneak or a Ghost type that's faster than you. So if you're running up against Scarfed Ghost or a Shadow Sneaker, you can Protect, use Protein to get normal type, and then if they try to attack you first with the Ghost move, they can't do anything because you're normal type, and you can just destroy them with Scald or Ice Beam or whatever you really feel like. I've used it against Physical Aegislash, and it is hilarious. So that's pretty much the Greninja moveset. Those are all the real options I see for Greninja. Greninja is a really, really great Pokemon, and I really like it. I really feel it's underrated. I think more people need to use Greninja. So that's the Greninja moveset. I hope you enjoyed. Let's try to get those 4 likes. If we can, you will be getting that Garchomp moveset. And I mean, come on, guys. This is Greninja. 4 likes for Greninja. Alright, so leave a like if you did. Let's get to those 4. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow with a Garchomp moveset. Until then.